Yo, what's up, people? It's your boy. I'm Krista Don One, and I am back with another video. Breaking news. This just went down 20 minutes ago. Sports Center is reporting this, as well as BleacherReport.com. And Ricky Rubio has a new home. It's with the Utah Jazz, and that's going to be his next stop. Ricky Rubio, they've been trying to trade Ricky Rubio for the past couple of years, and they finally found a home for Ricky Rubio. He'll be going to the Utah Jazz, and in return, the Utah Jazz is going to give up their first round pick in next year's upcoming NBA draft. Okay, now Ricky Rubio is he's a decent point guard, but his offensive skills are diluted. Okay, that's really being nice to him. Okay, the Jazz are looking at this as we have to get some type of talent, some type of star, some type of name, because we're going to lose Gordon Hayward. Okay, Gordon Hayward is either going to go to the Boston Celtics or the Miami Heat. Okay, and since Utah is looking at this saying, hey, we have to get somebody in here that can get people in the arena, sell tickets, sell season pass, things of that nature. Well, Ricky Rubio is a decent name. Now, this is not going to tear up the NBA landscape. The Utah Jazz are still going to pretty much have the same record. If they lose Gordon Hayward, they're going to have a losing record, and they may be on the course of rebuilding. Okay, but with the Utah Jazz, they get Ricky Rubio. With the Minnesota Timberwolves, they get the first round pick, and I'm pretty sure they're going to pair that pick up with a couple of other picks, and they're probably going to do some major shaking up in Minnesota, trying to get another big name star to the Minnesota Timberwolves, because I feel like the Minnesota Timberwolves have the mental mindset of, well, we need to advance and get deep into the playoffs. So they're going to be active this free agent season. Well, free agency, and I believe free agency starts, it should start today. Okay, I got kind of confused and twisted. I just got off from work, and I just heard about this, but breaking news, Ricky Rubio is going to be going to the Utah Jazz, and in return, Minnesota is going to get a first round pick, and I'm pretty sure they're going to pair that pick up with a couple of other players and get some more added either depth for their roster, or get a big name, or try to get not a big name talent like a LeBron James or anything like that, but something decent that can make their team potent, and they're going to advance in the play. Hopefully they can advance into the Western Conference, well, the Western playoffs. Okay, now when you look at the scope of things, the Houston Rockets, they look good, and I think they're a deal away from getting Paul George. When you look at the Golden State Warriors, they're still a juggernaut. There's no team out there that can keep up with the Golden State Warriors. And when you look at the Spurs are going to still do the same old, and they're going to have a winning, successful record. So when you look at the landscape out there, I appreciate the thumbs up. When you look at the landscape out there in the West, I feel like Minnesota, they're trying to get enough players on board and try to compete with the Golden State Warriors for a playoff spot, and hopefully they can battle against the Warriors, hoping that these latest moves are going to elevate them to the next round of playoffs. But when you look at the Clippers, I think the Clippers are in rebuilding mode. To me, I feel like Blake Griffin is not going to be with the Clippers for long. He may sign an extension with the Clippers, but ultimately the Clippers are going to trade him away the biggest talk I've been hearing is Blake Griffin heading to the Phoenix Suns, okay? So maybe the Phoenix Suns and the Los Angeles Clippers can, work a deal out where they send the Clippers some more players or some draft picks or a combination of the two, and they get Blake Griffin, okay? And if you look at the total landscape of the West, you see a lot of teams out there like Houston, Minnesota, to a certain extent, the Spurs. You see a lot of teams are not trying to stay pat, and they're actually trying to get their teams at a particular level to compete against the Golden State Warriors. I apologize for the noise in the background, but it is what it is. But breaking news, Ricky Rubio is finally traded from the Minnesota Timberwolves. The Minnesota Timberwolves wasn't really happy with Ricky Rubio. Even when they drafted him, they drafted Ricky Rubio, and then they drafted another point guard, and those two guys were supposed to be battling out for the one spot. Okay, so they really wasn't enamored with Ricky Rubio when they picked him. They thought, with a lot of time, with a lot of seasoning, he can go on and be a decent point guard. Now, Ricky Rubio, he struggles a bit on the offensive end, and when it comes to defense, he has a hard time defending a lot of point guards out there in the West, like Russell Westbrook, Steph Curry, just to name a few, even Tony Parker. Ricky Rubio had problems dealing with those types of players, okay? So now a change of scenery, maybe Ricky Rubio can develop. He's in a small market town. They're not going to really ask for a lot of things from Ricky Rubio. They're basically going to season Ricky Rubio and maybe develop him better than what Minnesota did for Ricky Rubio. And who knows, maybe a year or two down the road, Ricky Rubio will hopefully become a decent player, okay? I don't see star potential in Ricky Rubio, but with the right core of people around Ricky Rubio, particularly the Utah Jazz, you just don't know. But guys, tell me what you think. Rate, comment, subscribe. Please, notification gang in the building. Hit that notification icon, that notification bell, so it'll let you know when my next video is going down. It's your boy. I'm Christodon1, and now you may